Okay, so yeah, here we go. We have the little tier list. I mean, we did kind of basically steal the top one that there was, but doesn't matter really. It's more about the conversation, right? So we have the tiers, everything from basically you would lose to very badly. You would kind of put a little bit of a fight in. Then we have the 50-50, which would mainly be leaning one way or the other, and then like a more literal 50-50. And then we're going into you would win or full on and then maybe not so full on basically. Pretty basic anyway. So um what way do you think we should go about it? Do we think we're gonna be do it like just look through the selection of animals and start putting them in places, or do you think we should go like one by one, just debating each one?
Probably. Well, you mean whether each of us should make its own graph or?
No, it's more of a okay, so now we're going, so do you think we should get paint the walls with their blood and
Ah,
choose all the animals for there, or do you think we just pull up one by one and
yeah, one by one, one by one.
sure? Okay, so we're starting off with a lobster. Um, oh, let's set some rules though. Um, where are we fighting them? Is it like within their natural habitat, or is it because I think we're very screwed with marine animals in this way if we do it. So I think I would suggest us just more like like in a like a gladiator pit. You just get dropped. There's
Uh,
an animal there. No escapes. Just standard.
okay, yeah, yeah. But with the water animals, let's say that they have their full mobility in the ground. For example, they can do it. Or okay, another thing. We are in the water, but in the
Hmm.
water we do not need to breathe underneath it or anything, and we have our same mobility and strength as just in air on the ground. But it's everything is in the water, and the animal can fight with its full abilities.
I mean, I guess you can kind of just do it in like a just a shallow water because it's not going to be a problem for most animals, right? If we take stuff like crocodiles and turtles and all of that sort of thing, you can drop them on the ground, they'll be fine. But then the only place where we can't really translate it is stuff like sharks, dolphins,
Yes.
and whales, right?
Is there a
um
shark? Are there sharks? Oh, yeah.
there's a whale, there's a dolphin, and there is a shark.
Yeah.
um I mean, okay, let's just we can do it in the water, but I don't know. It's gonna get weird if we get like the full mobility. Like, how are you gonna translate the full mobility in the water, considering humans don't really have it? So, I guess we'll just put ourselves in water there, and we'll just lose badly. But we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. As far as the lobster goes, I assume we're not doing it on the bottom of the ocean, so it's just a little lobster in front of you, and you pick it up and you rip it apart. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it can get a few hits, but are they? I mean, are they really that dangerous? I think I can just stomp it with my foot, so it won't really be bad.
probably. I mean, their claws are very strong. Like they have one
Yeah.
of to hold on and then the other one to like cut. So like if it manages to like grab you, it's not gonna be nice. They're not gonna do enough damage to. But then if they are literally just on the ground, they're not gonna get the chance to stomp you. So I think you'll be alright. I think we can go top.
Yeah. Next one.
Zebra.
Oh, a zebra. Mm.
Well, that's basically like a small horse, right? I think they go up to about like a meter and a half, 1.6 in height. So it's kind of like a small horse. They'll probably be up to maybe 150, 200 kilograms. Um, well, here
Mm.
I think the problem here is I don't know what I do to it in order, like,
Yeah, I mean, what I would do is I would probably just kick it in the head or in the body to start off, and then just look to basically get its eyes out, maybe just with my nails or something like that. Just get
problem
rid
is
of its eyes.
it will go up on its back feet, like on its hind
Yes,
legs,
yes,
and it
yes.
will stomp you.
Yeah, so Well,
That's the thing. I don't, because what you would like, as far as like the animal is mobile, it very much has the advantage. If in any way it like loses a leg or something and it can't stand, that's because like that's how like you would see Komodo dragons hunting deer and stuff, right? They grab the leg, they want to immobilize them.
well, I mean, I believe I can break its legs with some sort of leg kicks.
If you have the, that's the thing, I don't know how you get the shot on them though,
Yeah,
because
too.
like you would maybe like get like, I don't know, because the second it goes on its hind legs and it starts stomping, I don't see where you can do anything. And the only way for you to do it is to stay away from it. But then if you stay away from it, there's no way for you to damage it. So
Yes.
unless you are like, unless we bring any weapons into it, which are we're not doing, I don't think there's literally anything we can do.
I think, yeah, I think it's probably. So I'm separated between it would be a close one, but I would lose, or I would get a few hits in, but I would lose. I
Yeah,
feel that
exactly
it's
where I was as well.
between those two.
I mean, close. I think I'm okay with more of a get a few hits in, but I would lose because a close one like that to me speaks more of like a melee, like where like there's some bout going in. If in any way you just get to the ground, you start to have no way of attacking it at all, and also you're just gonna get stomped. So I think I'll back a few hits in.
Okay, and then some sort of mouse.
Um. I mean, this will be a lot more annoying to grab than because it's so much more mobile. So I think you would most likely get bitten, but I think it can't really do enough damage.
Yeah, it's in the first category.
Ooh, I don't know. I was thinking about a few hits and just because I do not see any way where you do not get scratched and bitten. Just because.
But I can just stomp it with my foot.
Do you think it would be fast enough?
Oh,
If it
well, it will get tired before I do.
because I mean, let's say another speculation to bring in. You are there, like the animals there know that they're with the intent there to kill you. So they want to kill you and they know to kill you. I think the only because they can jump, that's the thing. They can jump quite high. Um I think it can jump on you.
Yeah, I mean, am I wearing shoes?
I mean probably, I assume so. No reason not to, I guess.
Okay,
Like
okay.
standard.
Let's say it will get a few hits. Okay, I agree to.
Okay, I'm happy with that because like I do understand what you mean. Like it's not gonna do enough, but I think it will find a way to just be a tiny bit annoying to start with. Okay, we go into some sort of white tail, I think. So what are we talking about? Maybe like a 50 kilogram animal, probably about a meter or so tall. Um, but it does have well. How much of a factor do you think the antlers are gonna be?
Mm. Well, I believe that if I do not let him charge on me, there won't be that huge of a fight factor. But if it gets some sort of distance, a running, then they will maybe hurt me.
Yeah, I mean that's how I imagine it going. To start, I think it will most definitely charge at you, and like as long as you can dodge that first thing, like they're like we're now talking about even smaller animals than what we were doing with the zebras. So if you dodge that first thing and you have any way to like have contact with them because they're not going to be in the position to do that whole stomping thing and stuff like that. I don't think they will be strong enough or big enough for that sort of offense to be particularly like it might still happen, but I don't think it'll be particularly useful, and I don't think they're like the animal operates in a way where that's the way it fights. It does rush in with its antlers down. So if you can dodge that in any way and you have a hold of the animal, it'll be very good for you. but then the thing is whether you would be able to do that, which is not going to be easy. I'm definitely thinking one of the three close categories, right? So
Yeah,
either the
yeah.
pure on 50-50 or the leans in one or the other. Um,
Well, if I have shoes, I can do a lot of damage with my kicks. If I, let's say, I grab it by the antlers and then just try to kick it.
well, if you grab it, I think you'll be okay. Because like I don't think they're like I think as long as you have it grabbed, I think you sort of be okay. But they would be strong as well, so maybe. So it's a pretty. I don't know. I don't know who to give it to, so I'm thinking about like a 50-50.
Okay, yeah. 50-50.
Yeah. Okay.
I will agree with you.
Just because I'm not sure. Like there's like things that sway me in both directions, so I think that's only fair. An iguana. Um, I mean, I assume it's gonna be one of the top two categories.
Well,
I
yeah, they aren't really venomous, I believe, so they can't really use that.
yeah. I mean, can they? Well, it's better now. I think the conversation is just: do they have a way to make it annoying, or is it just gonna be a straightforward, literal stomp?
No, I think they won't give themselves that easily, so they'll probably get a few hits in.
They do have pretty long like claws and stuff, so
Yeah, yeah.
they're jumping.
And also
Yeah, okay, sure.
they can also take damage. They can like lose their tail or something.
Uh, for iguana, maybe. I actually don't know whether iguanas do fall into that category, but why not? Probably. Ooh, okay. An octopus is an interesting one because on the ground, I think it's a top category, but if we put that in water, we're kind of screwed. I don't know what we do
How
because
big
they're very strong. They do have poison.
how big are the octopus? Let's see.
Depending on an octopus, you can have one which is probably like with a diameter of a few centimeters or so, but then you can have like giant octopuses which will be bigger than you.
Well, a giant Pacific octopus is about 10 to 70 kilograms, and it is the biggest ones. Oh no, the largest octopus was about 30 feet in length, so it is about what 10 meters,
Yeah,
and weighed an impressive 600 pounds.
about 250 kilos.
Yeah, even more. So yeah, if I'm in water, I'm pretty much. Well, I don't
Like
think.
I think it's very dependent on what sort of like if you get. Although to be fair, what we are looking at is a cuttlefish. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know how good, like whether that helps necessarily or not. If we're talking, it is yeah a cuttlefish. So is it? I think so.
Wait, let's see.
It does look. I'm not sure.
Well,
Or more of a squid.
the
Or
cuttlefish are smaller. It is about 1
oh,
meter.
it's a squid. It's a squid.
Okay.
If you search up squid, the second picture that comes up on Google is that picture there.
Uh-huh. Oh, well,
Well, again,
if we assume it's a giant squid,
well,
then
if it's a giant squid that's bigger than the octopi, like
yeah.
I mean
Okay,
that one right. Okay, if we take that one right there, so let's take like a little medium sized, I don't know, like a 10, 20, 50 kilogram, like something not the smallest one you can get, but not like a giant squid, because both of those I don't think are much of a conversation. If you have like a medium sized one, um, it's not gonna be easy because you would like if you grab hold of them, I think you're okay, but that's much simpler said than done.
Yeah, and also, first of all, we agree that it's in shallow water, so everything will be slippery. But again, I think I don't really know what to do to it, so I would probably just have to rely on just kicking it too many times and it will just die out of
But
the.
kicking in water is not going to be much of a thing, is it?
Well, it's
It's very
shallow.
hard to generate any momentum and power.
Yeah, but in shallow water, I was kind of thinking that I can basically drag them in some sort of. So
Hmm.
effectively, I can get my leg above the water and then kick them, something like that. That's what I was imagining.
I mean, if you like try to stomp though, like the second you hit the water level, I think you basically lose all the momentum of that kick though.
Yeah.
I
So
know, like I think the only way for you to do anything against, yeah, like something like that would be literally grabbing it. And if you have it in your, but then that only works if it's a small animal. If it's like, if it's anything above like, you can't really like grab a 20 kilogram animal and just like wave it around and like rip its, you know, limbs off. So anything above like a 5 kilogram animal, I think you're kind of screwed because again, I have no clue what to do to it.
yes, but also what can it do to me? That's also a question we have to look at.
Um, well, okay, so as far an octopus, okay, and again, if it's one of the giant ones, I think they can just basically swallow you. Um, and the I don't know how strongly venomous, but octopi are venomous. Squid, um,
But I think it
okay,
can.
yeah. So all squids and octopi have a venom gland and a venomous bite.
Mm, so that does that mean I think it's I would get in a few hits in, but I would lose. I think that's what it can say.
Well, yeah. So it says like an octopi venom can result in nausea, respiratory arrest, heart failure, severe, sometimes total paralysis, blindness, and you can die within minutes if not treated.
Yeah, so probably the I would get a few hits in.
Yeah, and you can just put the octopus in as well. I think we have that on the second row in the middle. We have an octopus because I'm pretty much it's pretty much the same fight, right? So.
Yeah.
I think the next two ones are pretty quick. We have a bear and a
Yeah.
hippopotamus. I don't see what we do to a bear. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
even I believe that I have really powerful kicks because of my taekwondo training, but I believe that even if I put in the most powerful kicks, probably they would barely notice it. They wouldn't even think that's a thing. So yeah.
yeah, and it's like, well, with the bear, it will probably you would again, it'll grow up on its hind legs and like take you down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you would be able to kick, and then the hippo is just gonna rush you, and yeah, it's a non contest for sure. Okay, for us to regain some confidence, we do have a sea turtle.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, some depending on the turtle, like they do have a very strong bite. They would have to try and bite you though. Like you have the alligator snapping turtles, right? Where that's like one of the strongest bites in nature, basically. But it can only basically bite out things with the size of maybe a finger at most.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would be able to do enough damage.
Yeah.
How I would damage them is another interesting question. But
Stomp them on their head. Kill the head. You don't. You have to turn them over. No, wait, you just kick them in the head. Stomp them.
yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can grab hold of them and like throw them to like if it's even in the water, you can grab it, take it to the shore, put it on its like put them
Yeah.
face down sort of thing. I think it'll be okay, and I don't really see what they do to you. Are they gonna bite you? Maybe in the water while trying to get hold of them. They would have the claws. Uh,
I think it's okay to say that they would get a few hints in. They were.
sure, yeah. Let's give some respect to the
And
turtles.
it is a tiger. I think
Yeah, no.
tiger, yeah, tiger is basically then a
I mean,
wolf.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. Okay, let's get this out of the
No,
way.
no,
Anyway,
no.
let me propose a few things. Okay, let's put the lion with the tiger. I think put the rhinoceros there as well.
Yeah,
Gorilla, orangutan, probably still.
elephant.
Elephant, yep. Um, I mean, okay. These are the same sort of type of animal, so we can leave it at that one. Then,
The panda.
uh,
The panda.
pandas are like a nerfed version
Grizzly.
of the brown bear, right? No, you're gonna get you can't do anything to it. Yeah, probably it's there. Yeah. Um. Okay, we can let's do like the clownfish. Let's just put it top row. I don't see what the clownfish does. Um. Okay, wolf. Okay, the wolf is a tiny bit smaller than the other things.
Let's check. I'm gonna check the size.
I mean, they can get up to like probably like a 90 kilogram, sort of a 80, 90 kilogram, I'm pretty sure. Um, the gray wolf is the biggest one out of them all. Um, and I think something like a 90 kg would be the max you can get. So yeah, like a normal wolf would be up to about 80.
No, a female. But that doesn't say what kind of wolf it is. But it said that male wolves weigh about 100 pounds, which is 50 kilograms, and they are 6 feet in length, which is like 183 centimeters. So I
I
think,
mean,
but
I
if
think 50 is about the average. Like, I think a good span would be about 30 to 80. Like of course, like once you put these like top and bottom brackets, those would be like very specific animals. Those would be the smallest and biggest within the species. But I would say like a 50, 60 kilogram is like a
yeah,
standard. Just we can take sort of middle of the road animal. Okay, if in any way the fight goes on the ground, it's done for.
but I believe I can keep it at a distance with my kicks. So
I I think it will jump,
yeah,
and
it
I
will
think
jump.
anything jumping ruins the kicking tactic very
Not
much.
not really because you can kind of dodge it in some way. But I still think I will lose. I mean, if I was a wolf, I think I can beat a human. Hmm.
Well, now the thing is, like, what I'm picturing is, okay, let's say me and you are fighting. I think it's okay because like okay,
Okay.
I'm 70 kg, so that can be a wolf, and you try to go at a distance and go just kicks, throw kicks,
Yeah.
and my only goal in the fight, let's say, will be to jump on you. That's the only thing I'm trying to do. I'm not trying any other offense. How I don't think you would be like you might dodge one jump. I think you wouldn't like, and you would probably like kick me on my way in, but I think I was still probably even if you dodge one, even if you dodge two, you then
Yeah, I mean, also, if you look at MMA, for example, a lot of times the good wrestler or grappler beats the striker. Let's say John Jones beat Cyril Gane a few months ago, like that. Also, Khabib beat Conor McGregor. So the grappler always kind of, a lot of times he has the advantage. So I think I would put the wolf in the. I would get a few hits in, but I would lose.
sure, I'll be alright with that. Yeah, at least with it being a tiny bit smaller, I think kicks might help a little bit more. But just in order to kind of have your name on the board, you've had a hit, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
about it. A macaw, I mean, it will be annoying to grab because it can fly. In order because it's trying to kill you, in order to damage you, it will try to come in. So I think you will have a chance to grab it. Once you grab it, it's over. So I think I'm pretty comfortable with few hits in. But
Same. Oh,
a Komodo dragon. Okay, some very, very, very bad things about it. Poison or venom. I mean, which is they are very quick. They are probably quicker than a human, or at least about as quick as a human. They are on the ground, and I don't think they can jump, which is good. But also, they do. I've seen like them fighting on their hind legs. So probably they'll try to do that. Um, they're they can be like 2-3 meters long, at least. So, I mean, I think because it's like it can't because it can't jump, the legs would work. No matter whether it goes along the ground, you can stomp it. No matter whether it decides to lift its body up, you can kick it. But probably you end up not doing enough damage. You get bitten at some point, and if you like, you cannot let yourself get bitten. Otherwise, the fight is over. So
wait, is it over though? Because how much time does this venom need to kick in? I think
considering that's the way they hunt, they just bite like the leg of deer, and then I assume you
I
would
thi-
not have enough chance.
I think it's about I probably would have enough 10 minutes. Which let's check how quick.
Um, I mean, you're definitely dying. It's not gonna happen at least for like about an hour though. So
It says a few days even. So even if we assume that it's an hour, I think that an hour is maybe enough to kill it. Because I mean, I win if it dies first, right?
um sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think you are dying at the end. That's probably because infections and stuff. I think it's saliva has a lot of
Yeah.
bacteria and things. So I think you are dying, but the thing is also the bite. Like, how can you move around? Like, if let's say it bites your ankle,
Uh,
that's another thing to.
yeah, I would probably I would try to like put my leg as far inside its throat as possible, but it may be too strong of a bite.
Most likely, I assume, you're not going to be able to free yourself from the bite if it decides to grab you. Uh,
And well, mm, it is about 40 newtons a bite of a Komodo dragon, which is weak compared to a crocodile. But
well, sounds
okay,
reasonable,
let's
but
check how strong is a human bite to get an idea. Because I have bitten my own hands, so a human bite is about 3 times weaker than the
okay. So I assume you're not going to be able to like. It's either like the only way it releases that limb is if well, okay, how I picture it going is you get a few kicks in. At the end, it manages to grab hold of probably a leg. You will fall to the ground, and then it will like it has bitten your leg, and you use your other leg to kick it in the head, hoping that it will release the other leg. But I assume once it does, like even if it releases your leg, I do not think you can stably like stand on it. I don't see how that happens. So your offense now becomes like like you mentioned the UFC, it will be that sort of on your back, the guy's in front of you, you're lying down and you're just trying to kick him in order for him not to be able to grab any position. But they are used to putting down 50-kilogram animals anyway. And they can't seem to escape.
Wait. Apparently, according to regardingreptiles.com, the Komodo dragon has a relatively weak bite. It lacks the strong muscles required to break bones. So it will not break my bone. So I will probably be able to stand on my foot again.
Stand, maybe. Kick, no. Like, you're
But-
not gonna be. Let's say your left leg's off. You're not gonna be. You're not gonna have the base in order to deliver kicks with your right foot, though. Like, I feel like this is a good. If this is like a fight where, if we had any sort of like weaponry, you had anything sharp, anything of any sort, which would help us deliver more like substantial blows, I think we have good chances. But I think it will be a close one. But I think you lose at the end.
Well, I think it's more of a 50-50. We had a very long discussion. So, I mean, there are a lot of things which can.
Yeah, I just don't know how you win at the end. That's the thing. I don't know how if because your legs are basically gone. At some point your legs are gone. And it's like you're not gonna punch up a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, I don't have.
I don't like. I think it will be a good fight. It will be a long fight, but I just don't know how we win. And because I have no idea how we win,
But
like with the deer that's in the 50-50, at least I'm like, okay, if you have a foot or something, you immobilize it. Like, if
Wait.
you. But with a lizard, with the Komodo dragon, I don't know how you do it.
Okay, but I found that apparently Komodo dragons are rapidly becoming exhausted after physical exertions. So I may be able to tire him down first, and then it will not have even the energy to bite me.
So you're thinking like being on your bike, sort of run around the arena for a bit.
Well, probably, or yeah, just keeping distance, just some sort of basically checking kicks where you don't really kick it, just sort of show it that it will come in your range if it makes one more step, something like that.
I mean, apparently, there is some Komodo National Park or whatever. Between 1974 and 2012, there were 24 reported attacks from Komodo dragons on humans, and 5 of them were fatal.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I mean, this statistic is probably, it does show that more than 50% result in a successful human defense, so to say. But I mean,
but it's not a human defense because I don't think you have the murder intent.
Yeah,
exactly.
He also had another people which were to rescue, and probably he had some knife. But also, the Komodo dragons, they live in Asia, basically, right?
Yeah, Indonesian islands mainly, right? Yeah.
And the people there are smaller than us. They're shorter. They don't weigh so much. So
shorter, yes. I think the small thing doesn't like. We're not particularly good examples for.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But I think the people are also they are more fragile, probably.
Who knows though? Because they do live with the only animals around us are like pigeons, right? It's not. They're more used to.
That is true.
No, I don't know. I assume even though the one thing that we need to maybe factor in, the venom, even if it doesn't kill you immediately, it probably like you would get all the like nausea and all the heart things, and there will be a lot of conditions around the venom, which I think would impact how you fight as well. I think it will be incredibly lucky for you to win. So I would say, like, because of 50-50, I don't see it as I see it more of a, you have some chance to win. It's not that you don't, but I don't see how we have a 50% chance though. I don't think it's in
Okay.
most. If
Okay.
you play it out as like a simulation, I think we lose more than 50% of the cases. So.
Okay.
Okay, now we have an
Ooh.
ego. They are pretty strong, and it will be incredibly difficult to grab hold of them.
It is the defense is difficult because if you want to grab a hold of it, the only chance you have to do so is when they charge on you from air, and you have to defend yourself from that. So it's gonna be pretty difficult actually, yeah.
I mean, they have what, in order for them to attack, what can they do? They can use their claws to do damage, and then their beak, maybe.
I believe what they will do is they will just rise above in the sky, and then they will just charge
Yeah, it's
upon
like
you.
gonna
Yeah.
be launching basically.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. If you can stop them from, like, if you grab them by or something, like, you'll be fine. Whether you'll be able to do it is gonna be very difficult. I mean, I'm happy with a 50-50 here. More of a whether you can or you cannot grab them.
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
let's
think it's
see
okay.
let's see how durable they are. Do eagles get tired? Oh,
I mean, they probably fly for a very, very
okay.
long amount of times and
Okay,
stuff.
eagles do not get tired. Apparently.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they are very durable.
Okay, I mean, I would expect that because they do spend a lot of time flying, right? And they'll be like cruising around looking for rabbits and stuff to dive in and grab. I mean, I'm happy with a 50-50. Just
Yeah,
whether you.
yeah. I mean, I would have it. Okay, I agree with the 50.
It's another animal where if you need, like, if we had any sort of tools, it would be very useful, but we just don't.
Yeah, yeah.
And our bodies are incredibly fragile, and we can't like deal any, like, we don't have any claws. Our teeth are basically useless. We don't have any way of attacking other than just punching and kicking and ripping. Like, the only thing we have is the fact that we have thumbs. But if you can't really, yeah, I don't know. And 50-50 even might be generous, but I don't know.
No, I feel
Okay.
I feel it's more of a 60-40 to us, but it's basically 50-50. Then
Okay, let's go, yeah.
the other thing is, I think I would paint the walls in their blood. This
For the Robin?
with the Robin.
Yeah, I don't think it can do enough. You'll probably be alright.
Yeah.
Happy with that. A ferret. I think that's a good few hits in, but I win. It will probably manage, like, it will probably scratch up and like, we've put the mouse there. That's at least like a big mouse, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
not that it's a rodent, but
A
a
shark.
shark. I think we're screwed.
Yeah, because I mean, there are lots of people who have defended themselves against the shark, but it's just that they have done enough so that the shark leaves them, and they haven't really killed it. So I mean,
Yeah, it just like it took a chunk out of their leg and then it swam away. But if the shark is there with the intent to
yeah.
kill you, you don't, yeah. And it's in water. We can't barely do anything in water, so
Yeah. Is this a green mamba? What is this? Or an anaconda?
could be like it could be a green mamba.
I think it's a green mamba. Let me just check.
I mean, as far as snakes goes, it's just more of a,
Whether it's venomous.
yeah. Um, it could be more of a boa, maybe like a tree boa.
Oh no, it is. I don't think it's a green. No, maybe. It's difficult. I think it.
I think it looks more of a boa to me
Yeah,
than
yeah. I don't think it's a green mamba. Okay, yet. So it is.
or maybe maybe a green python. If you could, you can look up a green tree python.
Mm, no,
It has
no,
those like bumps
no,
on the
no,
eyes being
no.
raised a bit more.
It has like two nostrils. The green, in the skull shape, the head shape is different of the green python.
I mean, do we have any other snakes in this?
I think a green boa is, yeah. I think it's that.
I mean,
But
anyway, again, the only thing there is whether it's a constrictor or it's venomous. So we can, I mean, we can have the conversation. If the snake is venomous, um, probably, well, it will at some point get the bite on you.
yeah, but
Um,
as long, I think, how much does a cobra? I think if it is over a minute for the poison to kill you, I think you can kill it in under a minute if you like choke it or stomp its head, something like that. I feel like you can do it in under a minute.
I mean, that would again depend on very much which snake it is and how like strong the venom is, right?
Yeah. So
Uh,
if the venom kills you in over a minute, I think it is enough time to kill the snake.
and what do you think about where if it's like one of those giant sort of constrictor like
Yeah.
boas and pythons and anacondas?
Mm,
Can you do enough to it?
well, honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I pretty much I myself am. I have a pretty slim build, so I believe I'm gonna be. It can break my ribs, I think, and even though I can kick it very hard, I feel the biggest anacondas, which are above 10 meters, which is like 30 feet, I think I think they just can continue to suffocate me and just.
No, that's the thing. Like if it manages to wrap
Yeah, but
like
I
around you in any way, it's gone
yeah
because you can't really. But
I
it's
don't
just whether or not you can stop it from
I
doing
don't
that.
think I don't think I can prevent it. I think, well, it depends on how tired it gets or anything, but I believe that if it's one of the biggest snakes, I don't think I can prevent it.
Well, okay, so if we take it as a snake, then let's just talk about. We're talking about snakes in general. Um, I think overall, then, as far as the snake population, so we get if it's the most venomous snakes, you're screwed because you die too quickly from it. If it's a not so venomous snake, you're alright because you will probably die, but you will kill it first. And if
Yeah.
it's like a big enough thing, constrictor type snake, you get a few hits in, but not really enough. So I think overall, against the family tree of snakes, it's probably like it leans more in their way, right? Because the only time we win is we win by killing them first and then we die. And then we lose the other two situations. So
Okay, so it's what?
I think it's like maybe yeah, let's just do that again. Yeah.
Okay. Then what's that?
A
Starfish?
starfish.
I think
Yay.
it's just like this, yeah.
Yeah. That's one
Then
first two.
that's like a crocodile alligator maybe. Or no, it's a crocodile. Whatever. It's pretty much the same thing. Mm, I mean, I have had dreams where I choke a crocodile, but I don't think it's. I mean,
Gonna happen in the real world, yeah,
yeah,
probably not.
I think it's actually I want. It's one of the ways I want to die is by the crocodile spin move. I don't know how it's called, but when they just grab a hold of
Oh,
your.
the death grip where yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
death
yeah,
roll. Death
yeah,
roll.
yeah. That thing. I think it's awesome. So I'll just get torn to fucking shreds.
Yeah. I mean, especially like if there is any water, like if it's water related, you don't even have any offense.
Yeah.
If it's on like you have slightly better chances on the ground. Just because it is on the ground, right? You can
Yeah.
jump around, run around. Like you'll be a lot more mobile. You'll have the kicking and stuff. So I think if it's on the ground, you would get a few hits in. If it's in the water, you're fully screwed.
Yeah, then it's a horse. A horse, well, a horse is. Uh,
Well, it's like the zebra but bigger.
yeah, but I don't think I'll put it in the same tier as the zebra because I don't believe it is that much powerful. So I'll just get torn to fucking shreds. I think I can maybe break a leg or kick it really hard in the neck or in the head, but ultimately I would lose.
So you feel like maybe you get one hit in.
Yeah, maybe one or
Um,
two.
I mean, okay. I mean, it's. I don't think we'll get any significant hits in. Just any hits, maybe. So I mean, it's either one or the two. I'll be okay with a few hits, and why not? You will do one or two things before
Yeah,
you get.
is that a cheetah next?
Yeah,
Hmm. I believe cheetahs are weaker than wolves.
probably. Bite as well. They will be lighter. Um, so they sure, yeah, but well, instinctively again, as cats, they would go for your neck.
Yeah,
Um,
but I mean, I think are their claws? I think their claws are not as big as the wolves one. So I don't think they have their claws as that big of a
I
weapon.
mean, they're gonna be good enough, right? There's cat claws, and um, thing is, if it charges at you, um, I don't know, because their way of hunting, right? Um, with the high speed chases and stuff, it's their heart rate goes up, and they can only keep that up for a matter of seconds. Otherwise they'll just die
Oh yeah, I forgot
from
about that.
heart failure and stuff. So
They get tired easier than the wolf. But so
yeah, sure, they would have less stamina, but I think overall we lose. The
I,
thing is how bad we lose.
well, I believe it would be a close one.
Um, I think it's gonna be closer than a wolf. Sure, I think the wolf is worse. Um, okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Then there is a cat. The cat. Well, I have. Well, I mean, I fought against cats, but not to the extent that I killed them. But I believe they would get a few hits in, but ultimately I would win.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, you would like they're small. They would scratch you up and stuff. Sure, maybe they'll bite you, but I think like if you land like one kick, you'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
pretty alright.
As long as you're not dumb enough, so they would just jump on your face and rip your eyes apart. Then yeah,
Which they will probably try to do.
yeah.
But I think I am happy with that.
A
And then we
crab.
have a crab.
I believe
I
it's
don't
just
think you can.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah,
Or
it's basically like the thing. Okay, a dog.
a dog.
Uh,
Well, I mean, this
very much
dog
depending on the dog.
specifically. Yeah, this dog specifically, I think it will go as in the same tier as the cat. But the bigger dogs will probably be in this tier here. It would be a close one, but I would win. So it's a
Probably if it's like if we're talking like a proper like canine trained for the police or like some of those like muscle dogs like
yeah,
pit bulls and stuff. I think it's you're going borderline like wolf territory with the biggest dogs. Of course, then you have like chihuahuas and stuff where I think I'm pretty sure a cat is gonna do a lot more to you
yeah.
than the small dogs. Um, so I mean, I would go either 50-50 or I mean, Again, I propose we do it in the same way that we did the snakes, where it's just kind of
Yeah,
like
but
an
yeah, but
estimate.
I think you would win against pretty much all dogs, even most of the trained dogs. If you are a trained fighter, you can. I think you can beat them. Probably not the biggest of the biggest ones, but most of them. Let's say a trained German Shepherd. I think I can beat trained German Shepherd.
Isn't that gonna be another like an 80 kg dog?
No, I don't. Wait.
Yeah, there's definitely it's like once you get to those sort of weights and stuff, it's gonna get very difficult.
No, but the German Shepherd is about 3 times smaller than a wolf in terms of length, and in terms of weight.
I think they're around 40 kg or something. Stand like
Okay,
standard
yeah,
weight.
35 is the average. So let's say it's 40 because it is like a special dog. So I think with German Shepherd, it is gonna be about 50-50 maybe then if it's trained. It is definitely gonna be a lot easier than a wolf because it's smaller.
And the heaviest dog in the world is about 250 to 300 pounds.
Yeah,
An English Mastiff,
yeah. I
which
mean, as long as it is relatively athletic, then it will beat me. Like a fat one, then no.
oh yeah, I see it. Obvious, yeah, but um, I mean, okay, considering I think we are sort of screwed against maybe only let's say 5 to 10 breeds, and then there's so many small breeds. And we've put pretty much everything in we'll lose. I think just for confidence sake, I think we'll be. I'm okay with
Okay.
we'll give ourselves a nod. Okay. Then we going very much into the bird category. A peacock. Uh, I think it'll be all right. I think
I don't think it will. We would even. Can it even like do something with its beak? Can it poke you or I don't know? Can it?
probably they can also fly, right? So I mean, in there is no way it can do less than like the macaw that we put like the parrot in the second category, but I don't think it can do enough. So I'm happy with another. I think the swan will probably be the same as well, and then maybe the
Yeah.
duck. I think they're basically all the same sort of.
Okay. Now a
Okay.
sheep. Is that a sheep? Yeah. A
Um,
sheep. Mm, I think
I
it's.
think they're not mobile enough, which is
Yeah.
good.
I believe the sheep are the same as the birds here. I mean, they won't do anything to you, and they will probably.
Um,
And they're.
well, their way of attacking will be to charge at you, especially like if you get a male one, if you get a ram, and in the way they butt heads, right? If if it manages to land that, like that's their only chance, you know. But it will be probably sort of difficult for them to land it because it will be like a very straightforward pinpoint attack.
Yeah, yeah. I think they should go to the simple. Maybe they will bite your hand or something, but I don't think they will do anything. Really.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably not going to be able to. The thing is, it will be very, very difficult to like damage them. It'll take a very long while to put them down because of how big they are, I think. But you should be all right. A whale. Well, we can't really do anything to a whale, can we?
You just out get torn to freaking shreds.
Yeah, I think like they don't really. They're probably just gonna bump you around, but that is what like a 90-ton animal. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
even
It's
just bumps. A seal.
mm,
Seals. Okay,
you.
if it's in water, it's we're screwed.
Are we? How big are seals?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you have like stuff like leopard seals and things where like they hunt. Oh, like they'll be so much more mobile than you. The bites and everything. Like the biggest seals. What would my guess? Everything that's in water.
The Baikal seal. Wait, the Baikal seal is 5 meters and 3,000 kilograms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything that's in water is just so much heavier than you would think it should be. Yeah, if we're
Okay,
talking a 3-ton animal,
let's
it's
say, oh, but that's like the biggest of the biggest. Okay, let's
that is
say
the biggest ones. There are smaller ones.
I would say I would get a few hits, but I would lose because there are some smaller ones.
Yeah, sure. A few hits sounds okay. A cow.
Oh, well,
Um,
cow. The cow, pretty much like the sheep, will not do anything to you. It can't really attack besides of charging and maybe
it does have
biting.
horns on the charging though, and it's much bigger. Like have you seen any of those bullfighting
Okay,
sort of thing?
okay.
I don't see how you do anything to it. Again, so I think it's too big for you to like. You will
But
not be able to. You're not going to be able to control it in any way to grab it. I don't think kicks are going to particularly do anything. And then it'll just run around. It can't kick with its hind legs. It can't charge at you. So I
okay,
think
if it is,
we're.
but if it is just a cow, okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't think we like. There is no way that's in the top 3 categories. I think I'm comfortable because of how big it is. Like lowers our chances a lot, I feel. So I think I'll be okay with to give us like some credit and go like close one, but you lose, let's say.
Okay, I agree. A
Uh,
a dolphin is pretty much the same as the seal
Whales and stuff.
or whales.
I would say whale because mm,
Let's see how strong its bite is.
I don't. I assume they're not even gonna go for biting. They're just gonna bump into you.
Really?
That's how they they
Oh,
attack sharks and stuff.
their bite, I think is. Wait, what? I think their bite is very strong.
I mean, how many newtons is it there?
Oh, well, it doesn't say it in newtons, it says in pascals. So it is like, it is 4,000. No, that's not even pascals. Okay, dolphin bite strength newtons.
Because I mean, I don't know. The other thing with the seal thing, the only thing that like if it's in water, I think it's the torn thing. But you can fight it on land, and if it's on land, you'll be better off for sure. But with dolphins, we will have to fight it in the water. There's no land version of the fight, and it's again another several 100 kilogram animal
Yeah,
that
I don't see myself doing anything to the.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can kick it, I can punch it, but it will basically do 0 damage, so it's not considered a hit.
Okay. A
And then
goat.
a goat,
I think a goat is about the same like with the sheep. They're small
yeah,
enough.
okay, I agree. Then we agree that we will consider this as a llama.
I mean, yeah, I mean to me it's more like a that's I don't see what else it could be like. We it could be like another sort of a bit bigger of a deer, but there's no point in throwing another deer in. So we can do like the whole alpaca, llama, guanaca sort of family. Which I assume are basically sheep, but a bit meaner. Um,
Mm,
want to throw it Do you want to
mm,
throw with the dog? Yeah, that's. I was thinking about with the dog because it's
yeah,
basically like we put the deer there, but that's like a deer which doesn't have the antlers. So I think I'll be okay with putting it with the dog.
okay, yeah, I agree.
And then we have
An
these
owl.
owl
Oh, I mean,
thing.
it is probably they would get a few hits in, but I would win. I mean, I don't think they are that strong. And
Well, the only thing is they are also like they are hunters. So I think it's somewhere. I would propose maybe putting it again with the dog and the llama, just because it's kind of. I feel like they serve as a good middle ground between all the parrots and ducks and an eagle. I think that's kind of like the type of bird which is in between those two.
Okay, and apparently they have the same bite strength of a dolphin, so they can do. Okay, I will agree.
Yeah, we could do that. I think. I mean, I think we were a little bit generous to ourselves in a few cases, but then gave the benefit of the doubt to the animals in a lot of other cases. So I think we were pretty fair in our judgments.
Yeah,
We didn't.
yeah.
I mean, I don't see anything here which would say like I think we've given us too much. Like
It's
we're
also yeah, it is
Yeah.
also a pretty nice distribution, as you can see. I mean, pretty much half of the animals we can beat, pretty much half of the animals we can't.
yeah. I mean, it's very good for us that there is like a lot of small things because
Yeah,
like they threw in a few pets and stuff. Because if you go all wild animals, there's not much you can have a fight against. But I think it's pretty okay. I don't know how long have we been going for anyway. I think about 2 hours. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's a cool little episode, like a little theme to it, some animal thing. As we said, drop down the for in the Q&A about on the what animal you would get as a pet. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll drop even like a little discussion on the fight things. You can say whether we got one of them really wrong and why we did so. So yeah, all of that good. So just comment down below, or like, subscribe, 5 stars on the podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything like that. And thank you very much for listening, as always. This has been Val,
this has been Sashko,
and see you for the next one.
one.